to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and
Over the
Rosenberg.
weekend, we saw a lot of chatter of Trump banning TikTok. People were freaking out over it. Some people are for it. Some people are against it. But now they're saying that TikTok might be an American-owned company pretty soon if Microsoft decides to step in and buy it. They're saying that they've already had chats with Trump about doing it. So we'll see.
Well, there's been controversy around TikTok. We've talked about it on this show many, many times around the back end of TikTok and the data, the user data and your behavior going straight and being accessed by the Chinese government. TikTok says that is not the case. But many, many stories long before this. I mean, how long ago were we talking about TikTok and being like, hey, yo, I don't know about this TikTok.
It was like maybe like 6 months ago.
Now, the only reason Trump cares now is because on TikTok it has become extremely popular to trash Trump, apparently.
Remember, they claimed that TikTokers were one of the main ones that was reserving all those tickets for his rally.
Oh, that's right. Sarah
Clogged
Cooper
up.
started on TikTok, didn't she?
Yeah, clogged all of that up,
Yep.
and then he, didn't show up. All
And
of that.
the comedian that does the voiceover,
Yeah, I think Sarah started there. I
yeah,
think.
she started doing those on TikTok. So that's the only. Make no mistake, Trump doesn't care about your behavior going into and the Chinese government being able to analyze your behavior and you get your data. He doesn't give a good goddamn. Only thing, everything that happens from right now, this period forth, has everything to do with the election. If he can get TikTok to F out of here before the election, then he feels like he can control the narrative around him. But I tell you what,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
you want to piss young people off and get them out to vote?
Take
Get
away
rid
the
of
TikTok.
TikTok.
I know. Double like
Speaking
this.
of the election, we got
I wanna vote for Joe
Ebro.
Biden.
We got to talk about what's happening with the USPS.
What happened? Something new?
No, I'm just saying like how people are already experiencing delays.
Oh, yes.
The internal workings of sabotage that's happening right now.
Yes. Well,
That's
so, they're
scary.
trying to take the United States Postal Service private. There's a man who runs the United States Postal Service. His name is Louis DeJoy. Louis DeJoy is a Trump donor, and Trump made him Postmaster General of the United States.
Just gave it to him like a gift, like a gift bag.
Well, he's a huge Trump donor, but he also owns a what is it called? A parcel shipping business. So that's why he wants to take it private. So his business benefits from it going private. Also, they want to destroy the U.S. Postal Service because right before an election, what do you do when people are going to need to mail ballots?
You need the postal system.
So foul.
So
Right
all of
under
that's
our
happening
nose.
right now. And also, here goes the other part. A lot of postal workers are, or at least around here, black and brown people and veterans.
And veterans. That's right.
A lot of veterans work for the Postal Service.
Ebro, do you think there's anything to the fact that last week when Trump started talking all his election delay talks, that even Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell were like, well, that sounds like a bit too far. Do you think there's anything to that, or is it just...
That's what came out, was that Republicans were like, we're not delaying the election. It's not happening. Which is what I think Trump was saying. I don't want... Then we have the audio. Where's the audio we played last week of him saying, I don't want to delay the election. But, blah, blah, blah about this and that and the third. Go ahead.
I don't want to delay. I want to have the election. But I also don't want to have to wait for 3 months and then find out that the ballots are all missing and the election doesn't mean anything.
Well, the
Right.
election will mean something if the election happens. And if you stop messing with the United States Postal Service, it'll be able to move quicker. But I do believe that this will be the first time, at least in my lifetime, where they don't announce a winner on the day you vote. I do believe on the day we vote, we won't specifically, unless it's just a landslide of people showing up to vote in person. But I think a lot of places the voting in person is going to be tough because of COVID. And then you're going to have mail-in ballots. So it could be a scenario where we have to wait a couple of weeks.
But the mail-in ballots start very early too, right?
Yes.
If people are on top of it, they could have a lot of them early.
They could have early voting, yes.
So, By the way, what's up? Is Biden going to pick someone or just going to keep knocking this around?
Last week they said he was going to
tired.
pick a VP candidate this week, and then I heard this morning that they may delay it till next week.
And I heard that people are worried about why it's taking so long.
Well,
Right.
people are, because internally inside the Democrats, these how do I describe them, as chauvinist, old, scared, white Democrats are afraid of Kamala Harris. And then you have people inside who are afraid of Kamala Harris because of her attorney general background. They don't think she'll energize the young vote. And they think Biden really needs the young vote.
Yeah, it's interesting because when you look at talks and the conversation on social media, on certain blogs, and when they say, how do you feel about this, this Harris Biden ticket, the conversation is not for Kamala.
Because people are stupid. I'm going to say it right now. I don't care.
People right now, the comments that I see, and listen, I'm just going off of,
Well, they're going to be able
Blogs
to
and stuff,
leverage Trump signing the First Step Act and getting black people out of jail against Kamala putting black people in jail because of drug laws in California.
You mean
and they're also going to be
being
able
attorney general of a state, the biggest state in the country.
And they're also going to be able to use Biden's, crime bill against them as well. And there's a lot of young voters who are going to go for that because, A, they weren't alive when the crime bill even actually happened.
right.
Right. And B, all they're looking at is, Trump got some people out of jail that I know. And that's their, people are simple when it comes to voting.
Yeah.
I think it's the right concern.
So is Kamala his best bet in terms of like best choice, you think?
No, they have other great
she's one of
women
them.
that are up.
Susan Rice, I think, is a great one also.
And who's the sister that he added to the pool last week? I saw a lot of people talking about her.
From Florida.
Yeah.
The representative from Florida.
I don't remember which one was added next week. There have been so many. I just want to say this about Kamala Harris, and I'm not saying I'm in love with Kamala's history or anything like that. She's a 55-year-old black woman in America. She was born in 1964. She is the second black woman ever in the U.S. Senate. She made it to be, or is she the second black woman attorney general? Either way, she's one of 10 black U.S. senators, period, ever, and made it to attorney general of California. And people are like, but she wasn't progressive enough. What do you think she was supposed to do?
And as far as attorney general goes, when you look back at her record, and she's supported by a lot of, like Benjamin Crump, who was the attorney for Trayvon Martin, and he's the attorney for Breonna Taylor. He came out hard, wrote a whole op-ed about supporting Kamala Harris.
I think
And about and actually reviewing her background,
Like
and
piece
saying,
by
look,
piece.
I went through her entire background of the things that she implemented in California to be a more progressive attorney general, and she has my vote.
Really? From Benjamin Crump, that means something.
Wow.
But we'll see, because, Ebro, people on Twitter, they've never
People on
actually
Twitter
read
know
anything.
more. They know more than
They don't know
Benjamin
one
Crump.
thing she's ever
That's
done,
right.
but
That's right.
they've heard enough to know I can't support her.
That's right.
The woman, I think, Shawnee, that you were talking about was someone that I wasn't aware of, was Congresswoman Karen Bass.
Yeah, Karen Bass.
Karen Bass from California.
Yeah.
That was somebody that a lot of people were celebrating over the weekend.
People
that I
like
never
Val
heard before.
Demings, people like Karen Bass, people like Susan Rice, people like Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is the most high profile.
I wish Stacey Abrams wasn't out of the hunt, because I love Stacey Abrams.
Stacey
And wouldn't
Abrams
it
is
be
amazing.
wouldn't it be useful to have someone who knows everything about voter fraud, voter suppression, voter everything? Because that's something that needs to change. Mm-hmm. And I'm worried the Democrats are trying to put together a ticket that is not about change. It's just about, they act like we can just go back to Obama days. They don't realize we need more progressive than that. We need to go further in progress.
Biden, I mean, look, the Bernie movement has definitely changed Biden's platform. And the Elizabeth Warren movement has definitely changed. If you go to Biden2020.com, go look it up. Go read it for yourself, the plans they have. And by the way, those are just plans. Because if you don't vote locally and you don't vote all the way down the ticket for senators and representatives and these things at the state level, guess what doesn't happen at the federal level? Anything they have planned.
True indeed. I mean, we need a huge Senate and congressional turnout. We do.
In other news, Cardi B yesterday teased that she has a huge announcement today.
Oh, that's a pivot.
Whatchamacallit. She also tweeted that she's doing a partnership with OnlyFans.
Here
Hello.
we go now.
She's like, every time someone starts a rumor, I'll be addressing it on OnlyFans. What else should I post besides rumors and behind the scenes? Maybe videos of me cleaning my home with my nails? But no, that's definitely not the huge announcement. But that huge announcement's supposed to be coming later today.
Go ahead, Cardi. Let's get it cracking out here.
Okay.
Also,
Cardi B season.
Really sad news, guys. I was hoping this was just a rumor. But it seems that Frank Ocean lost his younger brother, Ryan. He passed away in a car accident.
Terrible.
Sunday morning. Such a sad story.
I saw that on socials, but every time somebody says it, it's just like,
I know.
damn it.
Heartbreaking. 18 years old. You know, hit a tree. Car got ripped in half. Just absolutely horrible. Sending our love to Frank Ocean's family. It's just so sad.